Entertainment Schmig.
Brought to you by Plaza Motors. Okay, online, there are a couple things that we'd love for you to look at. The first is a Miley Cyrus doppelganger, a woman that looks just like Miley Cyrus. Now, Kevin thinks this picture that he posted looks just like her. Now, I think if you go into the story, the bodysuit pictures look like her.
Yeah, there are a few that are, would fool you. And one says it even fooled, Billy Ray Cyrus, Miley's dad. But there's a photograph with him and her, and she looks nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
But there are
different angles,
pretty similar photos.
She really poses a lot, though. Am I wrong? What normal person just does all that? I don't know. It's a different world, guy.
It really is, Courtney.
All right, and another thing online that we watched this morning in The Office, there was a Trump bit that was cut from SNL over the weekend.
Probably the funniest bit they had.
Hilarious. Yeah, very clever, very funny.
They said it was time, because of time, but it's called Scalp Team 6, and it's awesome.
It's very, very funny.
They're sending a SEAL team in to control Donald Trump's hair in a windstorm.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
All right, and now let's get to the story that Guy's interested in. We got to keep him awake. There's word going around the internet that there's a male celebrity who has been outed as HIV positive. Supposedly he's known for about 2 years, and he's dated several high-profile women. No names have been released, but the women that he's allegedly dated are, a quote, an award-winning actress, a religious movie star, a top Hollywood personality with a controversial past, a TV star, a media personality, and a glamour model. He's middle-aged and notorious for one-night stands, drug binges, and encounters with prostitutes.
Morgan Freeman.
No word on how he contracted HIV, but there's a lot of room to speculate.
All right, hold on a sec. What male in Hollywood? Nicolas Cage is, formerly.
You don't really hear about him.
But you don't hear about him. Johnny Depp dabbled in.
Yeah, but he's always a one-woman guy. He had that. No.
And Robert Downey Jr. wouldn't work because he's past that time.
It's got to be
Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's. Can you think of anybody else?
No, not really. But I can't remember the media personality. I do think I remember. Didn't he date some Los Angeles anchor or something? TV anchor?
I don't know. Well, who's the religious?
But who is exactly?
Movie
That's
star.
Maybe it's not Charlie.
A religious movie star.
I don't know, but he.
How about the nun that was in Sound of Music? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I don't know.
I'm not sure if any of them are still living. No, I don't really know.
Well, doesn't mean he couldn't date him. It's Charlie Sheen.
He doesn't want to come out because he's afraid it's going to ruin his career, but he's starting to brace for legal action because he's put partners at risk.
So did Bill Cosby, and he's not bracing, is he? I'm sorry.
There's
editorializing.
There was an uncomfortable moment on Ellen yesterday. Justin Bieber was on, and I
saw the whole segment.
Did you see?
I happened to see it.
Okay, so Justin Bieber was on to make a big, huge announcement, and the announcement went a lot like Phillips and Company show announcements. Listen to this.
You have a kind of a big announcement, right?
I do, yeah. I'm actually going on tour.
Mm-hmm.
That's my big news.
I am so excited about that.
Thank you.
When will you start this tour?
I will start this tour, gosh. It's the only thing I had to remember.
It's no idea.
Do you know?
No, I don't.
Do you know? You can go to my website to find out.
Yeah.
So you always go to the website.
That is so awesome.
It does sound like us, but he's coming to St. Louis sometime.
Yes, he is. He's,
What, is it on the board?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. But
Perfect.
it's next April.
I believe that we may or may not be giving away tickets.
Yes, that's what I've heard too.
But we may. Or may not.
So he's on all week on Ellen. Well, the uncomfortable moment came when Seth Rogen was also booked for the show. Ooh. If you recall last year, Seth Rogen was very vocal.
He called him a
piece of crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. And it was all when he was doing the street racing and the DUI. And anytime he was asked in an interview about him, he would bash him.
Sure.
Well, he told Ellen, Seth Rogen did, I called him some really mean things on social media for no real reason, and I only met him briefly. I saw him today in the hallway, and I guess we made up, which is great. It's all my fault. And later in the interview, Justin came on stage, and they hugged it out.
That's nice. And by the way, he did one of those pieces where Ellen sends him out and tells him what to say, and he's dressed as a security guard. letting people in, and it was funny.
Oh, I like that hidden
hidden
earpiece.
right,
It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny bit. Oh, okay, so now this is where Guy takes a little nap. Bravo has announced 2 new Real Housewives show. I know a lot of people are hoping that St. Louis is going to get one. I don't think we need it.
Real Housewives of Arnold. Think about it.
But they are going to be the Real Housewives of Potomac. All right, and the Real Housewives of Dallas. Now, Potomac, Maryland is close to D.C., and they had a Real Housewives of D.C. It did not work out. But the big Housewives story, so the whole storyline of the Real Housewives of Orange County this year was this Brooks character that dated Vicki Gunvalson, and him saying he had cancer. Well, Megan Edmonds made a big mark this year when she first started,
Jim Edmonds'
wife,
yeah,
by not believing him and digging into this cancer story. Well, the more stuff came out, the more skeptical all the other housewives became about, does Brooks have cancer? He's kind of a nasty, seedy guy. Well, City of Hope, the place he said he got his chemotherapy done, released a statement he's never been a patient. Never been a patient. So he fudged all the documents.
Oh, my.
And Vicky finally did an interview, and she said she hates him, she defended him the whole season.
Oh, man.
And got mad at everyone. She said she doesn't normally hate people, but she believed him, trusted him, defended him, and took a bullet for him when people didn't like him. So Megan Edmonds, everybody did not like her because she was bringing up all these questions.
Right.
Ended up
All of a sudden.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
All right, that's Entertainment Schmig. It'll be online in video form later today at y98.com and a second Schmig at 8:40.
On Y98. That's usually the cue. Because I don't know to press the button when you just turn away from me like that.
On Y98.
Introducing